Hey, we want to say hello to Zach because we hang out with him behind the scenes.
Right.
He's been working on the weekends. He's first time, I think, on the 6 o'clock news.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got family all across the area.
Yeah, Zach, welcome. And you got some good news to share with us today after this lousy day.
Yes, now that the rain seems to be coming to an end, we'll at least get a little more breaks in terms of sunshine for tomorrow. But we have amounted to over about 1.25 inches in many locations across our region. New Bedford topping the charts, coming in close to 1.5 inches. But even out towards Yarmouth, they got over that inch mark. And we will continue to see these numbers tack on just a little bit more as we move within the coming hours. Most of the rain has subsided, but the dreary light rain, little drizzle, it's still going to be spitting out there over the course of the evening hours. But about 0.6 of an inch in Boston itself. Lesser amounts as you move north and west of the city, really north of the Mass Pike, saw anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. So it wasn't as much of a blockbuster event for you. But obviously with the clouds in place and with the rain around, today's afternoon high is far cry from where we should be for this time of year. The average is 75, and we seem to close in on that as we move towards the end of our week. And there's rather uniform temperatures. Typically, you see a larger gap as you move down towards the south coast. They're not going to be too far off around Buzzards Bay and the Outer Cape, just into the upper 60s and low 70s to finish things off tomorrow. But we still have a pocket of energy that we have to wrap through on Friday, and it is somewhat associated with the isolated conditions that are still falling overhead towards Boston. It seems as though out towards 495, it's not as much of an impact now, but if you're still traveling around Route 1 over the next few hours, you'll likely need the windshield wipers really on delay. I don't think it's going to be any torrential downpours like we saw earlier on, but even just around Buzzards Bay, some isolated conditions, not going to deal with a whole lot more from this pocket, but there's still a wave of energy off to the west that we have to consider for some spotty conditions for tomorrow. So it's going to be diminishing over time and really loses a lot of its steam, but once this wave does pass through between the hours of about 3 in the afternoon and 6 o'clock, really the height of the day, we could see some of those pockets moving across, but overall I don't think it's going to be much to deal with. Not even a headache for the ride home. And thankfully, we're going to clear things out as we move into our Father's Day weekend, though we are looking up for Saturday specifically, but tracking another round of rain for the second half of the weekend. And this is obviously the one that could be impacting Father's Day itself, so we'll keep a very close eye on that in the next day or two. Looking into tomorrow morning, we're going to be into the 60s, so it's not going to be that cool. And as we go into the afternoon, we're again back into the low and mid 70s with some hit or miss chances of rain. And then moving into Saturday, we are going to warm things up. Expected to be back into the low 80s for our afternoon highs. So Saturday does seem to be the pick. Come Sunday, we start to take a hit in those temperatures back into the mid 70s as we do introduce some rain. And Sunday kicks off somewhat of an active period. We will keep some of that rain around for Monday and Tuesday, and actually Wednesday and Thursday is included in that track too, but by that point, guys, we're back into the low 80s.
And it'll feel like summertime. All right, Zach, appreciate it. Thank you.